Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Taking a quick look here again at Matic, seeing what's going on. We're traveling within the cloud now, so truth is there's really no buy signals we want to kind of look at as far as entry, longs versus short, but I can tell you, based on how poorly Bitcoin's doing and majority of other altcoins doing, Matic's holding up very, very well. Especially when you look at these candle wicks here, how low other coins are dropping and Matic is not, that's a very, very good sign. So it does imply we should see further upside here for this coin. So if you're new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor. I love to teach people to trade, and I really hope you can learn something today. We're going to jump right into some liquidation levels, and this is basically the last 12 hours. So we're going to see some more recent stuff here. $1 liquidation levels there. A lot of longs here opening up recently between 97 and 99 cents. And if we take a look at the last 7 days, we can kind of summarize too as well that we're still in pretty good shape with the heavy concentration at $1.10 for shorts, and of course longs aggregated roughly about 98 cents. Okay, so that's all well and good there. Other things that are also well and good is how many community members we got coming over to our group here. Thank you again so much for jumping on over to our Discord. We got some awesome profits here too. Nice 32% in 5 hours from Chainlink yesterday. I'm holding off on some positions just now because I'm waiting for Bitcoin to stabilize. So if you're curious, hey, when's the next signals? Well, I send them when they're ready, not necessarily just to send them because you need them. All right. But we did take SKL profits, 153% in 4 trading days. That was awesome. 125 from ARB, OP 150%, Matic 102. These are pretty awesome trades considering they are only 5 to 6x leverage trades. So you got to understand, we're not going crazy bonkers with leverage. We're taking profit because we're not going crazy bonkers with leverage. That's the funny thing, right? Most people get liquidated, we sustain, and we survive. That's the important thing. All right, folks. So what we want to look at here is the daily time frame, work our way down. We have had a daily candlestick closure from yesterday at above this 0.786 level at 101. So hypothetically, that's a support level there at about $1.01. We take a look at the moving averages here on the daily. We can summarize we're above all of them. And I talked about this yesterday, just how nice this chart looks. The daily time frame, everything's looking pretty darn perfect. Now, of course, we got a stochastic RSI swinging down. We rejected off of 70 in the RSI, also quite common. We kind of want that to happen so the price can calm down and possibly bounce off this 95 cent mark. Okay, so I got an alert set there for that, just to ensure that we can kind of take a consideration for a long position at that point if it comes down to that level. Emphasis on the word if. We don't know if that's going to happen. Okay, take a look at the 4-hour time frame. We can kind of identify a few things here as well. We have this bearish type of divergence. Stochastic RSI is swinging down. Most coins are doing the same thing. RSI is between 50 and 70. Most coins are below 50 right now, which is great. Kind of implies we should be able to sustain this dip. And then also MACD is diverging, which is typically a bearish sign, but I wouldn't say that the sky is going to fall just yet. Okay. Again, all the more reason to just be cautious and careful with your trading and not to over leverage. That said, we take a look at TD sequential. We're consolidating nicely here. We're down to a 2. Hypothetically, we could see another 24 to 48 hours of continuation of the downside. My anticipation is that the price does pull back. We get a nice bounce off this fib level here at about 95 cents, previous resistance. Okay, so 95 to me seems like a solid support or a good consideration for entry, because we got to presume the price is going to continue lower until it doesn't, right? I'm kind of doing the same thing with Bitcoin right now, and all coins are pulling back. So it's important to kind of recognize that, that might be the case here for us, right? Matic could continue to pull back, even though it's looking pretty strong contrary to other coins. We take a look at liquidity there. We do have a little bit of fair value between 96 and 98 cents. That could get filled here soon. Taking a look at the hourly, this is where things kind of change a little bit more. We can see some sell-side liquidity getting swept here. Of course, we've addressed that already on the back-end data, where we can kind of see a lot of that 99 to $1 mark got swept there. We have it as low as 98 cents. So if we see the price pulled up 98 cents, that could be a good consideration for entry. Me personally, I like to take entry at different levels, so I would be okay with just saying entry here, and then of course, perhaps even entry at 98, 95. I like to average into my long positions and my short positions. Okay, again, just a strategy that I've picked up over the years that works out very well for swing trading. Day trading, a little bit different story. Sometimes you want to just get all in and all out. To touch on that too, for our Premium Plus group, we got some new community members saying, hey, I took some losses on our Premium Plus group. Yeah, that's going to happen if you don't watch it. Our Premium Plus bot that I created, it picks up on really good entries consistently. However, if you don't monitor it and you just kind of go about your day, it could result in a negative result. However, because you're not monitoring it. Okay, so if you're going to day trade. You sit there and literally watch the charts all day. It's exactly what I don't do anymore. But again, different strokes for different folks. That's available for you if you like it. However, what we want to get at here in the hourly is the Ichimoku cloud. We talked about this briefly, but just to kind of reiterate, lagging span is below the price action, so that kind of implies we got a bearish continuation to the downside. Conversion line is below the baseline, also a bearish sign, but we're traveling within the cloud. We're not above or below it. Okay, so the general rule of thumb here is if you haven't watched my Ichimoku cloud video, obviously check it out so you know what I'm talking about. Just search my YouTube channel for cloud or Ichimoku and you'll find it. And the key takeaway here is that when you're in the cloud, you don't trade. That's really the bottom line. Okay, so until the price action breaks back up above here, which would confirm a lot of positive things here and give us confirmation a lot of ways we break above that level, we got to anticipate the price can continue lower, and we also want to stay on the sidelines and not trade. I know it's a tough thing for a lot of people. Like, I don't understand the common narrative right now with trading and people having to just overtrade and feel like they're missing out. Literally, good traders will wait days before they take a trade. Okay, I was okay with waiting 3 days for that Chainlink trade. We took 35% in 2 targets in 5 hours. I'm okay with doing that every 3 days if I have to. Now, again, it probably won't be that way because I see about 40 or 50 different charts per day, and I do find 1 or 2 good examples of a trade. But right now, this isn't one of those. However, I can tell you though that Matic's looking a lot stronger. And if Matic can maintain this price action for another 24 to 48 hours, we'll naturally be back up above the cloud. We'll have good confirmation. We'll be ready to rock and roll. So again, I have an alert set closer to 96 cents. If the price pulls back to that level, might consider a long. And if the price within the next 24 to 48 hours just kind of goes like this, we'd naturally be above the cloud and we'd have confirmation to consider taking an entry there. Again, I emphasize the word consider. You don't just jump in blindly because that happened. You look at everything else too. Okay? All right. Hope that makes sense and I described that correctly. Do yourself a favor too. Make sure you take advantage of this exclusive offer before year end. Bitunix is a phenomenal exchange. We're using them specifically as a community because they offer no KYC or VPN requirements, which is unusual nowadays. A good exchange with no KYC, that's odd. Anyways, the link down below if you check that out. Be sure to use my link, of course, to benefit from this. December 31st is the cutoff for these benefits here. So check that out in your own time. I hope you have fun and just be safe out there. Okay, folks, we'll check in again on Matic here a little bit later today and or tomorrow morning. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you in the next one.